Somewhere between the velvet ropes and the sound of champagne glasses clinking, Selena Gomez walked into one of the most important nights of her career only to find herself face to face with a chapter she thought she'd long closed. The Golden Globes, a place of glamour, power, and prestige. But for Selena, it turned into something more, a collision of timelines. Her past, her present, and maybe a test of her healing. The moment she entered, all eyes were on her. She wasn't just beautiful, she was glowing in a way only peace can make you glow. Her light blue off-the-shoulder gown flowed like a fairy tale. Her makeup soft, understated. Her smile? The kind you wear when you finally feel safe again. And beside her stood Benny Blanco, not posing, not pretending, just being. The quiet, grounded presence of someone who loves you not for the cameras, but for your heart. But across the room, in a corner no one expected him to be in, Justin Bieber stood still, silent, watching, and suddenly the air shifted. It wasn't dramatic. No scene, no scandal. But something unspoken passed between them, like the final echo of a song only they ever truly knew the lyrics to. Let's rewind. Selena wasn't just attending a party. She was nominated twice. For the first time in her career, the industry wasn't just seeing her as an ex-pop star or a tabloid fixture. They were finally seeing her as a powerhouse, an actress, a producer, a creative force. A woman who took her heartbreak and rebuilt herself with her bare hands. This night was supposed to be a victory lap. Instead, it became a quiet reckoning, because that's the thing about first love. You never forget how it made you feel. Even if you've moved on, even if you've grown, even if you found a new love, there's a part of you that still remembers how it started and how it ended. And for Selena, the ending was brutal. The breakup, the public speculation, the silence. The world watched Justin marry someone else within months, while Selena disappeared for a while to heal, to breathe, to find herself again. What they didn't see? The therapy, the relapses, the nights crying behind locked doors. The decision to survive. That's what made her moment at the Globes so powerful. She wasn't just a woman in love. She was a woman who had outlived heartbreak. But when Justin appeared, the ghost stirred. People close to Selena say she wasn't prepared. This wasn't his scene. He wasn't expected. Yet there he was, no red carpet, no PR stunts, just lurking in the background like a memory that didn't know how to fade. And maybe that's why she paused, not because she missed him, but because somewhere in the deepest part of her soul, the girl she used to be stood up and looked around. They're human, somewhere between the red carpet flashes and champagne-soaked after-parties. Selena Gomez found herself in a room she never planned on sharing with Justin Bieber again. And not just any room. The Golden Globes, a room soaked in success, history, and unspoken tension. The kind of place where your past doesn't knock before entering. It just walks in, dressed in a quiet suit, eyes scanning the room like it still remembers where your smile used to be. That night, Selena wasn't just an attendee. She was a two-time nominee. A woman finally being celebrated for her work, her growth, her power. This wasn't a +1 moment. This was her night. She floated in wearing a dreamy off-the-shoulder light blue gown, glowing in Tiffany diamonds and purpose. Every camera loved her, but only Benny Blanco was looking at her like she was the moment. He wasn't there for clout. He was there for her. They whispered between category announcements, fingers laced like no one else in the world mattered. And maybe they didn't until the past walked in and took a seat across the room. So what do you think? Was this a chance encounter? Or the universe's final reminder that healing isn't forgetting, it's remembering without breaking? Drop your thoughts below. And if you're here for the moments behind the headlines, the ones that really matter, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay locked in. Justin Bieber hadn't walked the carpet. No flashy entrance. No arm around Hailey, just ... there. Quiet, watching, like a ghost haunting a version of himself he no longer recognized. Insiders say Selena's expression changed when she spotted him. Just for a second, not a breakdown. Not regret, but that split-second flicker when time collapses. And memory clutches your ribs without asking. It wasn't about Justin anymore. Not really. It was about who she had become. Because only someone who's healed can stand in the same room with a wound and not bleed again. But make no mistake, the emotion was real. Because when someone helped build your heart only to shatter it, even if you've forgiven, you never quite forget. People say she's moved on, and she has. But moving on doesn't mean erasing. It means you walk into that ballroom anyway. Head high, love at your side, you smile, you thrive. And when the past looks over, you don't flinch, but for Justin, that night looked different. Reports say he kept to himself, didn't stay long, avoided the cameras. And maybe that's because no matter how much time has passed, seeing someone you once loved now loved better it. Cuts, quietly, deeply and then came the post-show ripple. A digital headline louder than the red carpet. Justin Bieber unfollowed Selena Gomez. Call it petty, call it passive. But in Hollywood, an unfollow is a statement. It says, I saw you. I felt something. And I don't know what to do with it. Maybe it was her engagement. Maybe it was the way she smiled at Benny like she'd finally found peace. Maybe it was that fleeting eye contact that said everything and nothing all at once. But here's what matters. Selena didn't react. No subtweet, no cryptic story. Just silence, power, presence, because that's who she is now, not a headline. Not a footnote in someone else's love story. She's the main character, the survivor, the architect of her own healing. And if this night proved anything, it's that closure doesn't always come in quiet rooms or long conversations. Sometimes it shows up in a crowded ballroom when your ex stares across the floor, and all you feel is peace. So, was this just an awkward run-in? Or a moment years in the making? A cosmic reminder that love ends, but stories linger? We may never know what passed between their eyes in that room. But one thing is certain, the world felt it. Let us know in the comments what you saw in that moment. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more than just the headlines, because some stories are deeper than the drama, and we're here to uncover every layer.